To round 11 of 15 of Straight Line Racing's T1 division. We are almost to the final race. Joining me today is not Owen Wyatt, but Mr. Ash Dawson himself. Ash, welcome aboard. You've been out in the commentary game for quite a bit, due to work commitments. And now you're back for the week. So how's it feel to be back to commentate at such a legendary track such as Suzuka Circuit?
Oh, well, hello everyone. Joining us watching to be, back with S. But I have spoke to them recently asking, can I have a few Sunday evenings off so I can do some of my commentary work, and as I'm a big motor racing fan, and they said, yeah, that's doable, we could get you a few Sundays off. And of course this is the first one here, so yeah, it's been a shame to have missed out on so many SLR races, especially because I really did enjoy doing the pre-season test race at Silverstone and also a few of the early rounds this season. But yeah, it's amazing to be back, and I have looked at the championship actually, as it's gone along, and it's certainly not what I was expecting it to be at the start of the season. Having Sant'Agisto and Football Fun at the top of the table, both for Sauber, and only 1 point between the two drivers, absolutely blitzed the opposition of last season's dominance from Technica, and then the battles we also had from last season between Franny Thompson and Turmes. So this season very different to last season, and yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to seeing what we get with us tonight.
Yes, definitely, for sure. It's been an exciting season, just ever since the drop of the first green flag, and I can't wait. I know that you definitely can't wait. It's been 11 races since you commentated, and it's actually going to be an absolute blast commentating with you. Just give me 1 second. Just got to tweet the link, and then we'll start covering qualifying. And pretty much at this point, looking at the Constructors' Championship, Sauber's got it locked up. Like, they have to have really bad races in the next couple of races, but probably about 2 races, they're going to lock up the Constructors' Championship. Right now they lead Ferrari by, what is that, about 70 or so points?
78.
Yeah.
78 points.
That is absolutely insane.
Sorry, 77 points. 77 points, sorry.
Yeah, Sanjutsu and Fog, they've been so consistent. It is absolutely insane. Probably the best consistent drivers I've ever seen in really any league I've commentated for. So
yeah, it's looking that way. Yeah, I mean, sorry, carry on.
No. And I don't know if they do race other leagues, but if so, I wonder if they, dominate them too, because, these two guys are, 2 peas in a pod, and they're just so quick, and it's absolutely insane.
It really is. I mean, these two could be contenders in, some of the other big F1, PS4 leagues that we see. I know there's another one you commentate for. I'm not going to say the name of it here in broadcast, but yeah, there are some other ones where they would certainly blitz the opposition, even if others don't believe it. I mean, I certainly didn't see, these two being 1-2 and absolutely dominant ahead of this season, but yeah, they certainly surprised me, and they've certainly done well.
For sure. Now, to talk about the circuit a bit, it is, a very legendary circuit. A lot of brilliant moments have happened in F1 history. What are your favorite parts of the track, and what are some key parts of the track that these drivers have to watch out for?
Well, one of my favourite parts of the track is certainly the 130R. What I've just seen Fogbold Farland go through it actually. He's just coming up to the chicane there. Of course, that chicane we saw the amazing crash between Prost and Senna in '89. But yeah, Fogbold's now just coming up to the line. He's done it. He's done a 128.9. It's a good lap there from him, just ahead of Lap November Junior. But yeah, this track I do like the 130R corner, nice and flat. But if you don't get your setup right, say if you have the differential unlocked too much, or you've got too much rear ballast, the back end of the car can easily swing out, and you can end up crashing into the wall. We have seen drivers do that over the years. So this track, it's also crucial you get your setup just right here. Also, I do love the just after the spooner. I like the two right-handers before going under the bridge. I think they're pretty cool to go through. You can go those at such high speed, even though it doesn't look it when you're walking around the track like we did on Friday. But yeah, it's certainly a good track here for for going really fast. Unlike some other tracks we've been to this year, such as Monaco especially.
Yeah, it's I've raced this track in a couple league races as well. Had some great battles in some other leagues, and another corner that's kind of it's a famous corner, but I feel like that it gets overlooked, but it really sets you up for really the last section of corners, and that spoon. You really have to come in at a different angle than most corners. It's kind of like a lesser version of the third to last and second to last corners in Malaysia, where you kind of make those weird, not exactly off camber, but you make a slight turn followed by a sharp braking point, then another right turn, and you really have to set yourself up and really kind of find the optimal line to power through to go down to the last straight and go around 130R.
Yeah, indeed. And just talking to those corners, what you just mentioned there, if you could bring up on your screen Sant'Agista, because he's just warming up his tyres on the back straight just before 130R, getting as much temperature into those as he can. His teammate Fogbold is currently the fastest here in qualifying with that 128.9, and he's only 0.05 per second faster than Technica, who Technica doesn't look at all likely now he's going to defend his title as he's way off it. It could still happen though, but it's not looking likely. That here we go, Sant'Agista now, just down the main straight, coming into turn 1 and 2, absolutely flying there through turn 1 before hitting the brakes there for turn 2. But he can still carry lots of speed on the exit there as he does there, getting 2 wheels onto the curbs. And now it's turns 3 and 4 here, the start of the S's. If you miss one apex in this slot, you're going to miss the rest of them. And Sant'Agista not missing a single one there, just going around these absolutely brilliantly. He's in max fuel mix, he's on full power. He's really going for it here. All the back end just swings out a little bit on the climb up the hill there, which I think was turn 6, and now to two of my favourite corners on the calendar, the two right-handers there before going into the bridge. Once again, the back end just swinging out there on the Sauber, but he's going okay and up the hill now. Short right-hander there, taking that flat before suddenly hitting the brakes on the entrance into that hairpin. Once again, the back end swinging out there on the Sauber. I don't think, well, he ain't got maximum grip there on that car, that's for sure, but he's certainly doing okay. The lap time's still good. And here we go now to the spooner curve. What you like there, Zebra? Well, that's all I know you by. But now, coming onto the back straight, it's the Sauber flat out there with that Ferrari engine down the hill before going back up again. There's a lot of downhills, uphills there with no flat part in between them on this track, as it is built on the countryside as it was before. But here we go now, Sant'Agista around the 130R, absolutely flat, doesn't have any problems there with rear ballast, as I was talking about earlier, some of us have. And now through the last chicane and down last right-hander, coming up now to go across the line, and it's a time of a 128.2, and that is way faster than his teammate and on provisional pole.
Man, take a breath. Jesus, that was absolutely amazing. Literally turn by turn, straight by straight, gear by gear commentary that I've ever seen, and good to have you back, man. That was absolutely...
Thank you very much, but that's not the best you've heard from me. The best you've heard from me, if some of our viewers, I don't know if anyone watched this, there's a Silverstone pre-season test race. There was a battle between Chupathingi and Nene, Nathan, our owner, and there's a battle between them at Silverstone. And I did commentary on that battle for 3 laps straight in the race without even breathing. And I actually felt sorry for Rotards, who was my fellow commentator at the time. Yeah, if anyone wants to see that, just that battle alone is on my YouTube channel. And if you want, I'll put a link in the comments in this video once the broadcast is finished. Talking of Rotards, he is racing now. And here he is, he's currently 9th fastest at the moment with a 129.3.
Yeah, actually, you know, I've known Rotards from a previous league, and he actually recommended me to this league to commentate at the beginning of the season. So you know, big shout out to him. Plus, at random times when I decided to stream myself playing Dirt Rally, he comes in and talk a little bit of rally racing and stuff. So he's very knowledgeable about that stuff, and yeah, he's also a really top-notch driver and seems like a really top-notch guy as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and of course, other reasons, you know, why I've not been doing commentary. Yes, most of the time it has been due to work. I was going to do the Spanish Grand Prix. I mean, I was allowed to turn up late to do that after work, but then the game was glitching and we couldn't do it. That was a shame. But 2 weeks ago, I was actually at Silverstone myself. I was there for the Blancpain GT Endurance race at Silverstone, which is absolutely amazing. There was the former F1 drivers there too. So that was another reason why I was unable to do commentary here. But that is by far one of the best weekends of my life. And yeah, so there's been a bit of racing going on as well outside of my commentary stuff. That's one thing I'm very knowledgeable of.
Sorry about that. I had to readjust real quick. Sitting too far away from the TV, couldn't tell at the time. Sanjutsu has retired. I think he's pretty happy with his time. Oh, did he bend it?
No. He just decided to, you know, retire from the session.
I mean, yeah, if you're 7/10 out from second place, it's only a minute to go. I think you're pretty good, but we're actually on board right now. Chupathing has retired as well. We're on board with his teammate Fod. Definitely a battle during qualifying and during the race as well.
Yeah, if you change the graphic on screen to leader instead of fastest lap, it's actually 0.666 seconds between the two salvers. So there's the devil's pace, you'd say Sanchitiso's got there.
Well, Technica has actually jumped up to P2, being 2/10 off. Griever, so people are retiring. Rotards has jumped up to 3rd. Wait, what just happened?
No, Griever's just set a 125 apparently, which can't be the case. I don't know.
No, Nene set a 120. Are we glitching? What's going on?
I think we are glitching. I don't. Sure, a 121's not possible. There we go. Look, Fodbol's done a 127.9, which is the fastest.
Evo did a 128.044, but 125 and 121s.
That's not possible.
That is not possible at all.
If you look, it says it's purple. I've never seen this glitch before.
I've never seen this either. This is absolutely.
What the hell is going on? I'm taking a picture of this on my phone.
If you said a 121, what are you doing playing a video game? Like.
Yeah, exactly. Get yourself out there. They should enter the F1 esports. They should enter the esports.
Yeah, seriously.
They'll took out Brendan Lee any time, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they'll just give you the trophy and like, here you go. It's like,
yeah, fastest time ever in Suzuka. Yeah, but I mean, if taking those away, if you look at the real times, you know those, it's actually quite close between them all, isn't it? Really, there's not much between Black November Jr. and Fodbold, you know, just 1.003 seconds. So that's pretty impressive. But yeah, apparently Nene's on pole. Well, no, I don't think that's right. Don't tell me it's going to put them on pole position. It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh look, Griever had no tyres. He didn't have any tyres.
And he said a 125. What in the world? What in the world, Codemasters? It was absolutely wow.
I'm so glad this game's nearly over. You know.
Oh man.
Oh wow! I love that this is happening as soon as I come back.
Well, your unofficial official starting order, I guess.
Yeah,
Is the
normally
game
at
gonna
this point I'd
count
be giving
that?
a rundown. Well, normally at this point I'd be giving a rundown of the grid like I do in all my other leagues that I commentate for, but I can't
Right.
be doing it for this, surely.
No, I can't.
What is going on?
Yeah, normally I do a quick rundown too, but
Hey, look at the graphics here in the pits. You can see the cars on the grid already, just sinking their way on.
yeah. What in the world?
I've seen worse graphics though. I once saw 3 cars piled on top of each other in a pit lane in Malaysia. A Ferrari, a Mercedes, and a Red Bull. I mean, they like to battle for the championship, but on top of each other's a step too far. But this game is a glitch too far, that's for sure.
All right, so here we go.
God's
They're
sake, what has it done?
They're putting Nene and
Just gonna drop
Griever.
back at the start.
I mean,
This
I don't.
is
I think.
what a very nice formation lap we're gonna have here.
I think they're just gonna play it as it lies, and just it's gonna be interesting. So, yeah.
Nene's the host of this league, so he's not gonna take advantage, is he? Surely.
Well,
He
I
can't do a
mean,
121 at Suzuka.
they would have restarted already, So I think they're just gonna play it as it lies, and I mean, the official poll goes to Fod for his blazing 127.9, and
Yeah, take it off his teammate as well.
yeah,
Amazing.
absolutely amazing. Then Evo, he snatched up Sanjutsu as well, so he showed an excellent
You call
run.
him, so you call him Sanjutsu. Try to call him that now. I call him Santachisto, which is what it actually says.
Oh yeah,
I
just
say Santachisto.
tomato.
I guess Sanjutsu is easy to say, isn't it?
It is.
It's I'll say that now, everyone.
Less syllables, a little bit of a nickname.
Yeah, that's true. We'll do that, eh?
Yeah. So, as the cars go around Spoon and head down the back straight, let's go over the weird grid, but the grid nonetheless. Nene, he's in P1, he's driving the Red Bull. When his internet's good, he's absolutely solid as a driver, and it's going to be really fun to see him. In second place, Griever with we have a car off. Got a little bit loose. It's that's Evo. He got disqualified, but he's going to be back on the grid. So Griever in quote-unquote second, Fod in third, Evo fourth,
Sorry.
Sanjutsu in fifth, Rotard sixth, Silver Star, good to see him back. He's been gone for quite a bit. He's in seventh, Technica in eighth, Frandy ninth, Black November 10th, Technique Gaming, which is Valpine 11th, Chupathingy 13th, Chupathingy 12th, Tuamas 13th, Mocking Weeks 14th, Six Seals 15th, That Kid 16th, Dino Pedro 17th, and Jack, please shut up. Yes, I will, even though my name's not Jack. Rounding up the rear of the grid. Here we go. 5 red lights for the Japanese underway. Underway for the Japanese Grand Prix, and we are underway. There we go. Getting a little bit of tongue twist. It looks like the cars have actually pulled off to the side. Griever playing good sportsmanship. Nene decided just to ghost. He looks like Nene just hit pause and just decided just to drop back to the field.
Yeah.
But Evo's going to take the lead. He gets around 5 around turn 1. Then we have Rotards up in third, Technica in fourth, Sanjutsu dropping back to fifth. What's going on? Must have been a bad start, must have been a bad turn 1. We got some yellows in sector 1. We got some cars moving up and dropping. Nene and Griever, they just decided to drop after that glitch, so good on them. There's Technique Gaming, which is Valpie. He's under a different PSN for the time being. And Silver Star, good to see him back. He's been gone for a couple weeks. He's in the Sahara Force India. Then you have Six Seals back in H. And then, already Evo has already kind of set off. Whoa. He's got a 1 second lead over Fod. So he absolutely had it locked in last week. So we could see kind of a late season bloomer, and we could see him possibly come up to the points. There's your position change graphic. up on Evo, jumping from 4th to 1st. And
yeah, well, look at the back. Look further back here in the midfield. We've got Silver Star right on the back of Vapor, I think you called him. Well, Technic Gaming for now, anyway. But here he goes now. The Force India alongside the McLaren going around 130R. Is the Force India going to make a move to chicane? No. I mean, with the game glitch like that, he's rubbing the back, but he's managed to muscle his way past the McLaren. Even though the McLaren pushes it along the corner. What a great glitch to watch this is. But
oh
yeah,
my
it appears
God!
Now that Silver Star, more like the superstar for the moment, is up into 6th place and back at 1 place where he started. Meanwhile, at the front, we've still got Evo there with that Senna-esque helmet there, which is very nice to look at. And Fogball as well, just behind in 2nd place, lost a place at the start. Technica has gone up to 3rd place, so good start from him from 8th place. Or what did 8th? Would you say 10th with that silly glitch going on? I do not know. But Rotards now, he's still ahead of Sanjutsu. Technic Gaming, yeah, of course, 6th place. He's actually managed to get back in front of Silver Star, which I missed. I don't know about you lot there, but it's still a very interesting battle, these two. It's like Silver Star's off slightly, and the cars with that silly glitch. Look at this. They're still muscling each other along.
They're like drifting around the corners. Like I've been on board with Silver Star. Yeah, I've been on board with Silver Star ever since this battle, and they've been connected to each other. What in the world?
Guys, break it up. Okay, you may be in love, but we don't need to see it now.
Oh my God, they're drifting around Spoon.
Look at this though, Fogball's right on the Technica's gone past.
What's going on?
Sorry, Technica has got ahead of Fogball there, by the way. He got him on the run up to Spooner. It was a good move there by Technica. So yeah, Technica doing what he was doing last season, overtaken very well. I mean, we saw Technica win the very first race of this season in Bahrain from the very back of the grid. I was here for that. I know Joy was that a joy to watch and a joy to commentate on. But can Technica do the unthinkable here and catch up Evo and take the lead from him? Because Technica now, he's won a lot of races this season, but he's well within a chance.
This isn't it. Okay, so everyone got glitched. So everyone has standard setup.
Oh, have they?
Yeah. Someone commented on the video and said everyone got glitched, and now everyone has standard setup. So it's going to be.
How do we know it's all standard setup? Where do we get that from?
I'm guessing that was a driver in the race. But so everyone.
Silver Star, he's got ahead of Sanjutsu for 5th place. He's managed to get away from Technique. Sorry to interrupt you there, but yeah, he's got away, and he's got even further away. Although Sanjutsu's going for the win back on his side. There is contact there between the Sauber and the Force India. These two, of course, Sanjutsu and Silver Star, they were battling hard at the start of the season. And of course, Silver Star had to take some time out. I don't know why, I don't know about you, but Silver Star has come back, and he's come back in good form, and he's ready to fight. We can see that, and certainly are we enjoying it. Oh yes, Silver Star's next target now is Rotards, his teammate. I wonder how hard they're going to battle.
I mean, they're kind of out of the points already, so I'm assuming that they're just going to battle just for the hell of it. Great move by Silver Star and Sanjutsu. They're just battling around, going around the hairpin. There's Technique Gaming. He's kind of lurking in the background as you look on the rear wing of Silver Star.
Sanjutsu in the pits.
Yes, he is going into the pits.
I think he got damaged front wing when trying to take the place back of Silver Star into the hairpin. Although further back now, a battle for 7th place here between 2MS and 6 Hills. 6 Hills looking to make a move down to turns 1 and 2, but just decided to hold back and not get any damage. So just going to wait here, and also single file is always here through the S's, apart from at the very start of the race where it all seemed madness. Yeah, so far plenty of clean racing, which is what we like to see and what we usually see as well here in straight line racing. I mean, I've not been in a whole ton, but I've never believed the drivers were behaving themselves.
Absolutely, these guys are definitely one of the cleanest leagues out there. They definitely know their stuff.
Apart from one of the Renaults last year. Apart from that Renault trying to crash into the other at Mexico last season,
Jesus.
which is on my YouTube channel if anyone wants to watch. It was Chupa Fingy and his teammate, I think.
Right now, Technic Gaming right behind, right on the gearbox of Silver Star as they go around Spoon. Yeah, we have a caution in Sector 2.
Oh yeah, it's Griever, he spun around. Griever spun around. He was in a battle with Sanjutsu and spun it. Back to you anyway.
Yeah, right, just going around 130R. Rotars with a 3-second penalty. Silver Star holding on. These two were the ones glitching together, right? From that, yeah, they were. So
Yes, it was them.
they're back together again. Time for some more wacky racing. Silver Star defends on the outside, but looks like Technique Gaming pushes them. And
Whoa!
Oh, Silver Star's fine.
He went over the top of him.
But he's fine.
Oh, this silly game.
God.
Jack, meanwhile, is in the pits. He decided to shut up his car and go to pits. Meanwhile, Sanjusto passes Mocking Weeks round the outside. Then into turn one, Mocking Weeks actually let the Sauber go. She knew he was faster and didn't want to too much of a fight there. I think Mocking Weeks there is concentrating on his own race and getting on with the job in hand for his team and his engineer. Upper battle still there, still on track. Rotar's quite close to the man currently second in the championship, Fob Bowles. Technica and Evo still around 3.5 seconds apart, so Evo there doing a fine job for the Silver Arrows, looking good there. And also, yeah, Technique Gaming managed to keep in front now. Silver Star will not let the Force India get too close.
Brandy on the Ferrari, going on the inside of Dino. Yeah, Dino just kind of lets off the throttle and lets Brandy go through. Talk about the points real quick. Sanjutsu down in 14th out of the points. Fought up in 3rd.
November Junior's out.
Oh no.
He spun it onto the bridge and chose to retire.
Yeah, he just called it a day. Just, you know, with this standard setup glitch, it's actually my second time coming across it. It really ruins a lot of people's races. And it kind of ruins the race itself. Because normally, you know, Suzuka provides a lot of close racing because everyone loves this track, and so, you know, they take the time with their setup. But with this, it's you would think standard setup it would be really even ground, but this is not proven to be the case. I mean, Evo's taken off 3.5 seconds above Technica. He could go 2 in a row this week, and it's just, you know, it's kind of all over the place. The closest battle that we have right now are the Glitch Brothers, Technique Gaming, and Silver Star, so...
The Glitch Brothers, what a great name for it. Dino Pedro and Santuccisto coming close. In fact, Dino has let Santuccisto go. Sorry, Santuccisto, I should say. And it's going to actually be interesting. A battle for 12th place we're soon to see between Friendly Thompson and Santuccisto. So, you know, we know how good those two drivers are. Yeah, Friendly, winner of 3 races last season, including the season finale in Abu Dhabi. Friendly, they're hoping to maybe win a couple more before the end of this season. Still got 4 rounds after this one. Yeah, it's certainly all far from over as to who finishes where in the championship. Who knows, maybe the Saubers will get beaten.
You know, yeah, it could happen. Man, I still can't get over these glitches, man. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah,
it's
ridiculous.
If you watched my 2 races last week, one last week in Straight Line and the other one in my other league, I went on this long rant. Just absolutely insane. I just went on this long rant how ridiculous this game is, and you know.
Yeah, well, I can't really blame you now, because we've seen so many issues with this game, and this game has been out now for almost a year, because this game was released quite early last year. You know, this game's been out almost a year. Hang on, look at the Glitch Brothers again. Look at this.
Technique Gaming mounting Silver Star like a horny rhino. What in the world? Now they're drifting. It's like, this isn't Formula 1. This is more like Formula Drift. Get out the scorecards. That drift was a perfect 10. Good God.
Horny rhino. Oh, that is quite the season. Horny rhino. Someone write that one down. A horny rhino, wow. But yeah, I'll say, you know, this game's been out almost a year, and Codemasters been so focused on getting the offline things right, you know, such as career mode, time trial, Grand Prix, you know, all that stuff.
Oh my God. Oh, okay, so Technique Gaming going going into the pits, he just ran over him like he was going over like a sausage curve or something, like just nothing. So I wonder,
Yeah.
I wonder what it looks like from their point of view. I wonder if they really are like side by side, or you know,
Yeah,
if they experience the same difficulties. It's really interesting.
I mean, it'll be down to one of their internet connections, you know, because it's just sort of lagging away. You know, me, I've been racing in another league, and there's another driver as well in that league with me, and our internet connection's not quite so good. And of course, if my voice is breaking up on this, everyone, I do apologise, because that is the reason, my internet. But yeah, sometimes if the internet connection is bad for one driver or even both of them, they will actually end up on top of each other or going over each other, you know, in this silly glitchy way. But look at the top anyway, look at the front. Technica's gained a second on Evo.
Oh, Sanjutsu is out! Oh, he's lost it!
Out. Oh dear!
Oh no, that is going to spell huge disaster for him in his championship run. I mean, he's still high enough in the standings, but that's going to... Oof. Out. Completely bend it. What is that? On the S's, or... Where's that at?
Yeah, it's the corner where Jules Bianchi went off. I know it's a sad way of pointing it out, but yeah, it's the uphill run after the S's.
Oh, yeah, that is...
Where Jules Bianchi went off in the wets. It's that corner.
Yeah, it's kind of a little weird off-camber corner. It's, yeah, very high elevation, that corner, and, you know, you really have to kind of get your footing settled. You know, you can't be in too low of a gear, because your car just won't turn. You can't be over revving the gear either, because then your tires will spin if you're running no assists. And you know, looking at the times that these guys do, it looks like that they do run no assist, which is absolutely amazing. But right now, Technique Gaming kind of going through the field, passing Frandy. Not a problem there. He's going to try to work his way up. Yep, just let him through. And Silver Star, Technica, they were having a battle. Silver Star gets around Technica.
Oh, Technica? What's he done? I didn't see. He's just lost 2 positions in the last few seconds.
He must have...
on the last lap, he was in second.
He's got
spun somewhere.
Yeah, he still has his front wing intact. All the parts, at least, so... It's very, very interesting. Going back down to 9th place.
Pit, so I don't think he pitted. He can't have done that. The gap's not big enough.
No, he has not pit. Only Rotards, Technique, and Jack have pits, followed by the 2 drivers who are now out of the race. And Chupa Thingy trying to run down Evo going into the pit, so Fod is your leader for the time being. Chupa Thingy running down that kid. If you haven't already...
Silver Star Technica.
I can't remember.
What are you thinking now? Just want to say, it'll be interesting to see where Silver Star comes out, because Technique Gaming is just coming round the final corner. And Silver Star now is just coming to the exit, so the Glitchy Brothers are going to be very close once again.
And Jack has retired as well. Yeah, so Technique jumping ahead of Silver Star by quite a bit. Yeah, oh man, I feel for him.
Crushed there. It's not been a good season, has it, really, for him? Not gone well. Anyway, Fogbold, ladies and gentlemen, is your leader. Still hasn't pitted yet. He's leading the race from Tuamus and Six Seals, who have also not pitted. The highest driver at the moment who has pitted, of course, is Evo. He's in 4th place, ahead of Kidivs, Chupa Thingy as well, who haven't pitted, and then Rotar's, Technique, and Silver Star are 7th, 8th, and 9th after their pit stop. So Technique has got ahead of Silver Star, and then ahead of Frandy, Dino, Mocking Weeks, also who have not pitted. Then rounding off the back, it's Technica and Nenny who have pitted, as Fogbot comes in now, and then Greenbear is 15th. So where's Fogbot going to come out? He'll certainly be behind Evo, who's just coming around the corner, sorry, the chicane behind his teammate. His teammate stays out as well. Fogbot there, released from the garage, and just coming up to the pit exit now. He's behind Evo. currently in 4th place, and that's where he'll be. And we've got a battle here along the straight between Rotards and Triple Thingy. Rotards there on the softer of the compounds there. He's on the soft, Triple Thingy on the mediums, and that's Rotards now passing the Renault, and he's up to 6th place there. Rotards doing a good job. So the next car is Kinnivs in front in the Haas. So yeah, that's Rotards currently 6th place, but it's a net 3rd at the moment, I think. Yes. Nene and Friendly. Nene is, Friendly is just pitted and he's coming out behind Nene. And Griever and Friendly are actually going to be close here. It's a battle for 14th place, but Friendly comes out just ahead of the Haas. So going okay for those two at the moment. Turmes is 1.6 seconds ahead, 6 seals ahead of, you see, Ferrari and the Mercedes. But look at this, 6 seals actually blocking his teammate, causing Evo to lose a bit of time there. Fogbold, yes, he's over 4 seconds behind, but this is not what Evo needs. I think 6 seals should be letting Evo pass right this instance, and he's letting him pass just on the run to 130R.
Yeah, absolutely agree. He should have let his teammate go through before. Evo's on fresh super softs. 6 seals is yet to pit, so I wonder if it's just a slight miscommunication.
For Evo, sorry.
Oh, soft is it? No, stupid tire glitch. There it is.
My tire glitch, they're fine.
Yeah, it's showing on my screen that Evo's running on supers.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yep. That's been a constant this year. But going over here, that kid in Rotards, they're having a battle as well. This is for P5. That kid is yet to pit, though.
Rotards passed him on the straight with DRS.
Yeah, and he's gone now. But now Evo is what? How did this happen? I'm in chase cam. What in the world?
Look at this.
You can't be in chase cam, can you? Okay, it's gone now.
Oh, there you go, yeah. So that's Evo anyway. Look at this. Right, wheel to wheel there with
Turmes. They touch.
They touch. I'm sure Evo will not be thinking, I want to feel your touch. No, he'll be wanting to, I want to see you go away. And Evo has made him go away. Well, go behind him anyway. That's Evo now taking back what he thinks is rightfully his, and that's the leader of the race. Well, it certainly is rightfully his. He's done absolutely brilliant from the start of this race right up to this moment here on lap 12 in the Mercedes. Started in 3rd or 5th if you include the city glitch. Made his way up to P1 within the first sector on the first lap. Yep, that's Evo in the lead with 2 drivers behind him.
Randy has retired. Oh, he's into the wall.
Whoa, that's a bad crash.
Oh. And on your favorite corner too. Just I probably know exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what went wrong. Wow, what went wrong? Tripping over my words a bit. It probably gets around 6 seals now. But yeah, just those two right-handers. You know, if you get on the gravel, it's pretty much game over.
Yeah, that's a good chance, really, do you? Considering the speed you go in there. Fogbold here in the last couple of laps is getting quite a bit of time on Evo, who's leading the race, but being behind Turmes at the moment. I'm sure he'll be passing Turmes very soon. Turmes, yeah, his teammate has just retired for Andy Thompson, so Ferrari have only got 1 car in this race at the moment, and it's not going so well. Yes, it is in 2nd place, but it is yet to make a pit stop. Turmes has got quite a bit of work to do. I remember actually during the pre-season test races at the start of the season, Friendly always seemed to be the one glitching. He was used to saying he was down in last place and a lap down or so, and then he'd go claiming at the end, no, I was in 4th or 5th place, you know. And to be honest, if his car was on track, maybe he was. It was pretty hilarious, to be honest. This was before you joined, mate. It was when me and Rotards commentating as well. Very hilarious. But here we go now. Fogbold behind Turmes on the run down to the 130R. No, you cannot make a move there.
No, I was gonna say I thought he was gonna.
But in the chicane, whoa, Fogbold late on the brakes, double front locking there, but he's really not giving up. And look at this, his team took the move already before DRS, but Fogbold is going to have the DRS day in that 7, and here he goes now. He's behind, he's now alongside the Ferrari of Turmes, and they're coming now into turn 1 and 2, and that's Fogbold taking the lead, swooping past, and now can he now catch up to Evo, who's back up to 4 seconds in front. It will be interesting to see as we just hit the halfway point of the Japanese Grand Prix.
Yep, cross flags in the air from the marshal 4 seconds, it could be possible. I think Fod is now getting comfortable with the setup that the game gave him. But Evo, he's just been on another level as of recently. He won last week, and you know he's always been a driver to kind of look out for, and he's really stepping out. And he's, you know, with after this race, 4 races to go in the season, it's going to be very, very interesting to see where he's going to end up. And with Sanjutsu out of the race, it is going to really shake things up as far as the second and third go. As long as Fod finishes, he's going to be the points leader. But it's gonna not so sure what's going to be happening for Sanjutsu there.
Yes, indeed. Would you mind just telling me and also some of our viewers, if they're not aware, who won last time out in Mexico? Who won that?
Who won last time in Mexico? Hold on.
I thought you'd know.
I don't know.
You covered that.
I did. Was it?
Covering that race?
Nah, I have bad memory. It was Evo. Evo absolutely dominated. It was crazy.
Ah, well.
Yeah.
He's on for 2 races in a row. They're doing that, isn't he?
Yeah.
But now if we look here, we've got Silver Star behind that kid again. Yeah, that kid, the kid in the house on the track. We're going through the S's at the moment. Silver Star knows that this is not a place to make a move. Technica's gone off. He's spun it and chose to retire his car just at the chicane towards the end of the lap. But yeah, now Silver Star on the run up the hill is right on the back of this house. A little bit of a lagging there going on, but it seems to be affecting the drivers too much. And then a double right-handers, which, yes, I do like. And those two again keeping it single faster there, but on the run up the hill now towards the right-hander and the hairpin is going to shut the door. No, he doesn't. And Silver Star trying to go around the outside.
Yeah.
I think he might do, you know, but no, he hasn't.
Okay, trying to squeeze him up.
Oh, the contact! And that's that kid in the wall! That's the kid in the wall in the house! The Silver Star just managed to stay front, but Technica's took them both. And that's Technica to 6th place. Wowee! And that Silver Star once again dropping himself to another place now. I think, yes, he has. No, he hasn't, sorry. That was, I meant that kid.
Oh,
kid
Silver Star with a
5
5 seconds. Silver Star with a 5-second stop and go penalty for gaining a spot. That may be waived.
Cut in the corner as well. What he did was he cut the corner just as he made contact with that kid, you know, and he said, oh, he cut the corner, gained a place. So it would have come up with the illegal overtake graphic on his screen, and then that's what would have happened.
Yeah,
I think sector 3, but I couldn't see anything. But
yeah, I think they might. I think the marshals might waive that after the end of the race. Just the game kind of doing its little algorithm type thing, and yeah, but. You know, unfortunate for that kid, me and Owen have a soft spot for him because I think it was Austria. I think it was.
Whoa, Dino! Nearly crashing into the pits there, sorry.
No.
He locked up going into the pits, nearly crashed.
And yeah, that kid just put on an absolute clinic. We weren't expecting. I think he finished 4th. He finished in a high position. And ever since then, we've been ever so slightly biased from. For that kid, we just cheer him on, and it's a real shame that he lost his front wing. But it was a good battle, you know, up until that point. We now have a 3-car train for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Chumas leading the train, 6 Seals in 4th, and Technica back, or not Technica, that's Rotards. He's back in 5th position.
Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to this one. This is a battle for a podium, you know, with Sanchez out of the way. Yeah, these two can have plenty of points to gain on that Sauber in the championship.
And Chumas going into the pits, along with 6 Seals. Those cars have actually yet to go into the pits. So Rotards now taking the bottom step of the podium, and with just 11 laps to go. It is. Well, it was heating up a bit, and then now the battle is actually going to be out of the pits between 6 Seals and Chumas. We're actually going to watch them kind of pull on out. So Chumas decides to jump on the super soft, Sig's on the softs.
Oh wow!
11 laps to go.
Interesting. I would have gone for the softs here, I think. just so you're certain of not losing out too much towards the end of the race. You know, because if Thomas goes really hard on these tyres, you know, constantly throwing it in and out these corners like he is here on the screen, you know, it's going to cause quite a bit of excessive wear on those super softs. And really, six tails will be on his tail at the end, assuming six tails can keep up at these stages.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting too because, you know, your suspension and your camber on your setup really affects your tire wear. And with the standard setup glitch that these guys are on, everything is literally right down the middle. You have 6 wings, and like everything is literally right down the middle. The only thing that these guys are really able to change on the fly in their menu setup is their front wing, their brake bias, and their differential. That is it. Everything else is completely standard.
Yes, everyone, and anyone who wasn't aware of this, doesn't play this game, that, everyone, is the type of engineering the driver can do while on the move. Thank you very much, sir, for explaining that to our fans.
Yeah, no problem.
With us. Yep. Also, what's also interesting to see, there's a lot of interesting things about this race, but another thing interesting is look at this. Silver Star and Super Dinghy are on medium tyres, so Thomas and Six Seals may be closing in on those pretty shortly, and you know, it'd be good to see. I said it'd be good to see instead of interesting, so I'm sick of using that word now. It'd be great to see how two of us can fare up to these two guys on the mediums in the latter stage of the race, say in the last 3 to 4 laps. You know, will they be battling each other or not? I'd like to see that.
So apparently, some drivers were able to change their setup miraculously. So, which is why that Evo has gone out to a large lead, which is very interesting unless the game kind of like glitches where it's where it doesn't count as that you qualified with that setup. So park ferme is negated. I don't know. That's really weird on how that works.
Yeah.
So, interesting. So we thought that these guys were on the same setup, but it's like some were able to change. And now, like you said, Tuomas coming up to Chupa Thingy. Chupa Thingy actually diving into the pits. That was actually Chupa Thingy's first pit stop, so he went 19 laps on the mediums. So, what a stint.
Yeah, that's very, very good, that, actually. And right now, whoa, jeez, your mic just twitched there, maybe jump. It's made some noise like an asteroid. Just went suddenly.
But looking at Fod, he's made up a second. He's down 3.2. Yes. He's been on a nice steady pace. He's in the clean air, and looks like he's gonna get into 2 seconds maybe by the end of this lap. He must be running full rich or something because he is catching up rather quickly. Yeah, he's now 3.09 going down the front stretch. Yeah, he's made up quite a bit of time on that lap just in general. So more interesting facts coming your way. Interesting facts about Japan. It is one of 2 tracks, I believe, with only one DRS zone. The other one being just Monaco. So, very interesting.
Yep. And talking of battles on track, we ain't really got it at the moment, happy, which is a bit of a shame. Not really any closer. I mean, we've got Six Sails and Tuomas, but it's not as close as it was earlier. Because these two wanted to catch Super Thingy, but no, he went in the pits, of course, for the Super Softs. They'll be able to catch Silver Star, but I don't think they will. I mean, Silver Star, as we know, a very quick driver. Really liked him since the start, to be honest. Great rookie, very impressive driver. Yeah, it's looking now, unless something goes wrong or if anyone needs to make an unscheduled stop, it's looking like this will be your result, everyone. With Evo leading the race at the moment, Football in second and Rotas in third. Although Football is turning up his pace a bit, starting to gain little bits of time onto Evo.
With not 8 seconds, with 8 laps to go, coming across the start of the previous lap, he was down. Evo going into the pits. Now
what's going on?
He's gonna throw on the super softs. I'm assuming, yeah, Evo's throwing on the supers. So now
he's not going to catch Fodbold.
Ooh, I mean,
Fodbold's got the win.
I mean, you never know.
Look at this.
It's gonna be,
unless it's a safety car, then no.
And Rotard jumps Evo as well. So it's going to be interesting as to what's going to happen.
He's in 4th, so I'm sure he'll get a podium. He's going to catch Technica, I'm sure of that. But no way. No way is he going to gain 16 seconds onto football. That is too much.
Unless the FOD goes in pits.
Or 18 seconds even, sorry. Who goes in the pits?
Unless the FOD goes into the pits.
Yeah, I don't think he will. Fodbold is going to gamble and just think, nah, I've got 12 seconds to Rotars behind. I can't lose anything here.
Oh, Chupa Thingy sent a fast lap, 1:31.342. That's Dance. I think that might be Chupa Thingy's first fast lap of the season. So, congrats to him. Nice, steady driving. He's at the 9th position. Going back to Evo and Technica. Evo now trying to run down Technica. He's on the super softs. And really trying to make ground. We're going to switch the interval over to the leader side so we can see how far Evo is down from FOD. The pit delta is what, about 20 or so seconds? About? Yeah.
2021.
So,
won't pit.
No, I don't think so. But I think Evo's going to really try to work with Technica here on the straights and really try to help him with the draft and DRS and stuff like that, and really try to.
You can use the DRS here, look.
Yeah, looking on the inside.
Get alongside. Technica appears to be defending actually there. Yeah, look at this. He didn't want to lose his podium.
Drifting around.
Drifting.
Hold it together. Oh man.
Good skill there to hold. This really is Formula Drift, like you mentioned earlier. But yeah, that is very impressive to hold there. I liked watching that a lot. I love that. Amazing. Fantastic.
Yeah, that is dropped. He was up 17 seconds, and now he's dropped back down to about 18, a little less than 18 if you want to be nitpicky. But yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's also why I don't think he'll catch Ford towards the end of the race. He's too far behind. He can't make mistakes like that.
Yeah, and Technica has every right to defend. This is for the bottom of the podium. This is for position. Evo must have not exactly had all that great tire wear on the softs, which is my guess of why he was dropping and FOD was catching him. Maybe FOD was playing conservative on the tires, really kind of coasting into the corners, being very gentle as you can be around a track.
And still go faster.
Right. And really kind of push. But now they've actually caught up to about a second. I wonder what's going to happen here. No, he's gonna.
Evo.
No, he's going to the inside. Oh, Technica holds on to it. Wow.
No, he hasn't. He's lost out. Evo's got in front. He's on the podium now. Almost certain to be on the podium if he could just keep his car on the track. But yeah, that's Evo, everyone. He passes Technica into turn 1. I had a brilliant far distant view of that on my screen because it's a silly game. But yeah, Evo now up into 3rd place, and his next car to catch is Rotard, so I think he can possibly catch. I think he might get to him. But yeah, I think Fodboard has the win in the bag here if he can just hold on to his car.
5 laps to go. That's 1 hour. Okay.
Absolutely. Fodboard here just on the back straight coming towards the 130R. He's got a lap to go in front of that kid. Actually, that kid looks like to have a good race until he had that incident with Still to Start. I'm sure there'll be some serious fury and anger between those two after the race. Although, to be fair, I will put that kid at fault for that. I think, yeah, he you know, still the star managed to get alongside him on the exit of the hairpin, but then when there was the right hand straight afterwards, that kid just literally slammed the door on him, basically. Yeah, it's like slamming the door and trapping someone's arm in it. Just like that, really. That's how I can see it. Don't know about you, but
it could also been from, I don't know, maybe he could have been just like, you know, maybe slight, no, there's no way. He could have also, like, maybe lost, just like lost grip in his car and just kind of like just moved on the inside. That happens from time to time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's a shame. But, so Evo is slowly catching up to Rotards. I know that Rotards has a penalty. Evo's got that 5-second penalty, but that's going to be waived off. So we won't know the official standings until later on once the stewards kind of go through everything and finalize everything and whatnot. So expect Evo to challenge that after the race. But yeah, he's catching up. Fod is pulling away. Yeah, Fod is definitely not going to pit. That is for sure.
Yeah, Evo now look at this right on the back of Rotards. We could see a move on the main straight. Should be nothing goes wrong here on the run to 130R. You know, got Evo here. He's certainly not going to make a move there. Going to single file through 130R. In fact, he's looking to get alongside him here actually for the chicane, and it's getting very close round the outside on the right.
Wow, what a move!
Brilliant move there by Mercedes.
Rotards loses his car.
You get my round of applause, and yet Rotards has to hold back and set up the third place once again. And in the process of that, Evo setting the fastest lap of this race, taking it away from Chupadingi. That's a 1 minute 30.7 there. So yeah, that's second place now for Evo, third place for Rotards, and fourth place for Technica, with Fodbold almost certain to be your winner, as I keep saying. But what a fantastic move there by Evo, and one of the best overtakes I've ever seen. You know, in all league races, at all tracks, not just here at Suzuka. That was fantastic. Really was.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I was reading something. Absolutely amazing going into the chicane there, just diving in, just kind of throwing a Hail Mary, just trying to just get in there, and absolutely does it. And if they had about 5 more laps, I think Evo would easily catch up to him, because Evo is now just probably running full rich. You know, he's just using those tires up. He's already up. He was down 14. He's now up 12.8. So he's gained nearly, 1.5 seconds on just a lap. And Fod going on the front straight now. 2 laps to go. You know, you may say it may be all said and done, but anything could happen. And, it's going to be interesting to see how far up Evo's going to be behind once the race is all finished. And Fod could have a slip-up. He could get in the grass. He could spin his tires and spin out in a slow corner. So really anything could happen. 2 laps to go. It has been a really kind of a roller coastery type of race. We'd get no battles, and then you blink your eye, and then someone would come up on another person, and it'd be like, oh wait, what's going on? So.
Nay, 3-second time penalty there for multiple warnings in the Red Bull. Of course, Nathan Lane went off his teammate, who's currently in 4th place. 30 seconds actually the time difference between them on the track.
But now,
and also to all our viewers watching, and could give us your drive for the day if you wish. For me, I'll probably give it to Fodbold, for that brilliant time management and keeping hold of the win, and also that amazing qualifying lap as well to take what was officially pole position. So yeah, my drive of the day, I'd say Fodbold, although really Evo comes close as well with those brilliant moves. But Evo could have won the race here. I think he has bottled that.
I definitely agree with you there, but just take a look, Rotards and Technica, they're battling it out. This is for the bottom step of the podium. Technica in the draft as they go through 130R. And we have 1 lap to go. Evo now up 11.5 seconds. Technica trying to go around the outside. Can he make it work? No, Rotards shutting the door, and he's now trying to get the better traction off the last section, but Technica will have DRS. There's Rotards really defending the inside, hugging the wall, nearly scraping tire across that Fly Emirates sign. And Technico goes around the outside. They touch just a bit. Rotard's running wide. Can Technico capitalize? Go on the inside. He can! Rotard's losing the back end, but holds on to it. Wow.
Do you know what? Rotards would have actually slid into the wall there if Technica wasn't on the inside, because it was actually Technica's left rear.
Yeah, that caught him.
Rotard's front right tire. They made contact, and that's straight in Rotard's false in there.
Oh, man.
Wow. Great racing there between those two. No, fantastic. I was absolutely loving that. I was actually thinking earlier on the last lap before this, Technica, it's a real shame for him, and also for me. Also, you've seen him winning races, dominant on the podium. Tonight just hasn't been his race this season, just hasn't been his championship, but it's looking like he's going to get the podium here in Japan. That's football now in the last sector of this track, and almost just 3 corners away now from taking this win here in
Absolutely,
Japan.
yep.
I'll let you take the end.
Yep, thanks. Vod going through the last chicane, going down the last corner. There you see him swerving in celebration. Vod is your new championship leader and the winner of the Japanese Grand Prix, followed by an amazing comeback drive, but just not enough laps in the books. Evo in second place, and then Technica coming through after an amazing battle with Rotards. He's going to come through, and he's going to get the bottom step of the podium, with Rotards right behind him, and Sahara Force India going 4th and 5th. And Silver Star crosses the line. Then we have Tuomas. Nice steady run for him. He goes into 6th. 6 Seals, another steady run. And 7th, Nene with a astounding glitch run of a 121. Quote-unquote pole position.
I don't know where he qualified originally.
He's going to start late. And actually, Chupa is going to jump him due to time penalties, so that's a shame. So Nene drops down to 9th. And the last driver to finish is Mockenweeks, and looks like he's taking his gingerly time around the last chicane, as that kid, Dino, and Griever were all laps down.
A lap down.
Yeah, so there you have it. Japanese Grand Prix in the books. FOD is your winner, taking the win right away from Evo due to tire management. And sometimes you have to admire the technical aspect of the driver, such as tire management. It's not always about speed and setup. You really have to manage your tires and know when to attack and when to hold off. And FOD has really showed that there as they spray the champagne, which I'm not sure if these guys are old enough to drink it yet in their respective countries. Or maybe not. I could just be ignorant. Who knows? Well, there you have it. Absolutely amazing, as I repeat myself. And FOD in first, Evo second, Technica third, Rotards fourth, Silver Star fifth, Tuomas sixth, Six Seal seventh, Chupa eighth, Nene ninth, Mockenweeks 10th, that kid 11th, Lance Stroll 12th, Kevin Magnussen, wait a minute. That's not those people. But yeah.
It'll be Griever.
Yeah, it would be Griever. So I have to get going. I have to eat some food, and I have to set up for a qualifying run from another league. Any last thoughts before we close off the race?
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say it's been a pleasure to come back to SLR. Sadly, I won't be here for the next 2 weeks, because next week I'll be working, and the week after that it's 24 hours of Le Mans. Well, actually, no, I may be able to do that. We'll see if I'm still, wide awake enough after watching 24 hours of Le Mans. I'll try. But yeah, it's been great to be back, and also great to working with you, Zebra. For anyone who doesn't know, it's the first time me and Zebra have worked together in commentary box, and I think we've done rather well. But yeah, brilliant race to watch, brilliant performance from nearly all drivers, and I'm looking forward to see what's to come for the last 4 rounds of the season, wherever we're heading to next week.
I never know. I don't have the schedule up, so it's a surprise to me, just like it's going to be a surprise.
I've got the schedule. You have the schedule. If you want me to quickly have a look.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
I'll quickly have a look. The next one is
Yeah, sorry guys, no interviews today. I have to get going. I have to eat. I am famished.
Oh, God's sake, where's the schedule in my phone? Where is it? Come on, man. Don't tell me I deleted it. I didn't want to. Oh yeah, here we go. I've got it. The next race, everyone, is at the Circuit of the Americas in Texas.
Ooh,
So, Racing
Cota.
Stripes TV and Owen Wyatt, I believe, we'll see you there. Sadly, I won't, but also our drivers will. Thanks everyone for watching this. It's goodbye from me, and we'll see you then.
Take care. Same time.
See you later.
Same place. Good night.